Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very full version of the Invisible Gamecast brought to you by Invisible Gamer. My name's Gabe Gurwin. We have a little bit of a surprise for you today, unless you saw the description when you were clicking on this link if you're watching this live. So if you are not watching this live, you can probably disregard what we were about to say at the very beginning.
Yep.
So, let's all introduce ourselves. Down there in my bottom left, I'm not sure what it is for you, is Austin Clark.
Hey,
Everybody.
Next to him is Jonah Ort.
Hello.
Beside him is Michael Burns.
I'm on the other end, but hi.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Seth Scott.
Hey, everyone.
And Tristan Ettleman,
Hello.
with the mic permanently in front of his face.
Because for some reason I just have tech problems all the time.
So, right off the bat, we're going to be doing this over the course of the episode, so you're going to have to watch the whole thing to get the whole code. We have some codes for Super Smash Bros. On 3DS, the demo.
One code.
Yeah, one code, but split into 4 parts. So, and this is the Club Nintendo, correct? Is the way you got this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Club Nintendo Platinum. And so we have an extra code. We're going to be giving it away to you guys. And so right now, Michael, why don't you hold up the first part?
1 second.
We planned this well.
Okay.
This is the first 4 characters of the code. A05V.
Yeah, so those are the first 4 characters. The rest will be out of order. I'm just going to pick one of the people who has the code. They're going to show it up, and if you want to do it, you're going to have to get 2 through 4 in the right order.
This
So
is
just to
this
be
is
clear,
devious.
Just to be clear, not every single character is out of order. You just have to take the segments of 4 characters and put them in the right order. So there's only like 9 or 10 possibilities.
Yeah, so that first one that we showed, that is the first part. But the next 3, you'll have to switch them up to see which one goes where.
Yep.
So, without
That's
further
really
ado...
devious.
Yeah.
Zevious. Really zevious.
Let's get into the news. So first off, I wish Brian was here for this part, actually, because I think he cares about this the most. But Batman Arkham Knight has a release date now.
What makes you think I don't care? Batman's my favorite superhero.
Yeah, you wrote the story, but Brian is a Batman... I was going to say extremist, but that sounds like he's a terrorist or something. He's a super fan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the game will be released, Batman Arkham Knight, for next gen and PC on June 2nd of next year.
No, not next gen.
Current gen.
Current gen. Fuck. So that's Xbox One and PS4. What if I just say that now? How about I don't even say gen?
That's fine. That's like even clearer.
It's
What is a
superfluous.
gen anyway?
It's a name.
Gen Con.
Gen Con.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, initially the game was supposed to be released, what's today, the 13th, a month from tomorrow, but it got delayed to some point in 2015. It's now been pushed back to June, which makes me think that there must have been some real problems with the game, because there's no way they do this just to avoid going up against a bunch of other games. It's Batman. They don't need to do that.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the initial push might have been, I guess everyone saw that as, yeah, they're just getting away. But yeah, June is a little late for that to be just, unless they felt like, oh man, everyone's getting out of the way to, first quarter 2015. Let's move out of the way even more. It's weird that like they had to do that with such a huge property, and it being like the last of Rocksteady's Arkham games, and it's got stuff going for it. So yeah, there must have been something, I think.
Maybe they realized, wow, this Batman tank thing is really dumb. Let's scrap it.
No.
Fingers crossed, man.
Oh, one thing I'm going to add. Pay
Why are you
attention.
so angry, Austin?
Pay attention, everyone. If you're interested in the code, there's one more thing you have to do. You have to be subscribed to this YouTube channel.
Oh.
Oh, crap. I
Playing
don't,
hardball over here.
You gotta scratch our back.
I don't know if that works.
Yeah.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know
it'll
how we're
work.
gonna
Tell me what your
verify that.
username is. Tell us what your username is, and we can check.
We're getting the code to them right now. There's no way. No,
Just watch the show, guys.
the tank thing is kind of weird to me because the Arkham games, outside of Asylum, or in Asylum, it made sense. But out the city and Origins, it made no sense that there were no people everywhere. And
Right.
in a major city like Gotham, I always connect it to Chicago for some
Well, you
reason.
see, it was Christmas Eve, Tristan, so they were all in spending the
No,
night with their families.
No.
Yeah, if you connect it to
Scumbag.
Chicago, it's because that's where they filmed The Dark Knight. But
Oh,
really? It's supposed to be a stand-in for New York. But
Really? I
Well,
thought Metropolis
Dark
was
Knight
supposed
Rises,
to be
they
New
filmed a
York.
lot of it in Pittsburgh too.
they do call New York Gotham after all. It's one of New York's nicknames.
I just thought Metropolis was what is the Metropolis analog then?
DC.
What's the key?
That's all I
Key
know.
City. Oh, okay.
Key City? What is
Yeah,
that?
I think that's what it flashed from or something, or Keystone City.
I
or
don't know
something
what
like
that's from.
Anyways,
That sounds probably like Philadelphia.
yeah, probably actually.
But what
No,
property is that? That's what I'm asking.
yeah, Flash. It's like Flash's
Flash.
city.
Uh,
I see.
I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I thought it was weird in the trailer that like there's you're running through like you're just destroying things in your tank and like there's no people around or anything. I don't know if that could be very well changed by the time the game comes out, obviously. But I wonder how they can maybe strike the balance of Batman not killing innocent people in his tank car.
Or
Preference.
killing them all.
What is everybody's preference? 60 frames per second, no people in the city. 29 frames per second, people in the
The
city.
latter.
The former.
to learn how to make a game with both. The next gen. Come on, guys.
PlayStation 9.
Yeah.
In your
You won't even need a system at that point. You just get a little chip put into your brain.
You've seen the commercial, right, for the PlayStation
You
9?
play it on PC.
Yep.
That was like a PS2 ad.
New commercial, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this. You were like 2.5 when it came out, and I was like 20.
I was 6.
I know you were. Okay. It was actually really young. I was gonna say like 16, but anyway,
Mm.
still a great commercial.
Mhm.
I aspire to that future.
Yeah.
I remember someone telling me before the PS4 was announced, like when I was in middle school, that the PS5 was out in Japan. I'm like, even
Yeah.
then,
No.
My uncle works for Sony.
Did you
Yeah,
think
exactly.
the PS4 was announced when you were in middle school?
no. I said, but even before the PS4 was announced, when there wasn't even like.
Who
Yeah.
are these babies?
No,
that
I
work
can
with?
I can corroborate that. In middle school, it was the same. Like, yeah, I was told that like, yeah, in Japan they have like the PS6. It's just not in America.
Yeah, I'm saying they were skipping
Uh-huh.
things. Like it wasn't that the. Never mind.
Yeah.
They were skipping numbers already. So,
Um,
anyways.
Speaking
Oh,
of babies, I shaved so I could fit in with you babies, and now
You
there's
look like a baby.
Nobody told me, dude.
Yeah, I know. Seth and Austin.
Now I
I
just look
didn't,
like a
I didn't
grandpa.
shave, but I just can't grow a beard, so.
yeah.
That works.
Yo,
Oh yeah,
same.
me and Austin will be the oldies.
Yeah. I mean, I have no hair on my head, so
There
I
you
have to shave, or I have to keep this.
So you know how they always say that new colors are the new black,
Oh,
Yeah.
or new,
Yeah,
or new
totally.
things. Yeah.
and there's
yeah,
that
yeah.
TV show, you know.
Yeah.
Because
Burnt
orange.
sienna is the new
Good
black.
show.
So now I think white has become the new black
Why?
Tell us.
because so the new Glacier White or Glacier is it? Yeah, it's Glacier White. PS4 just came out. Now Sony has a line of white headphones that they just the PlayStation Gold wireless headset is coming in white, as well as their new silver wired headset.
And they're both white, even though they're gold and silver,
Correct.
and gold.
Yeah,
Silver and
imagine if
Yeah, that's what I
Pokemon
was
played
going
with that
for.
stuff.
Mhm.
And besides that, obviously the Sunset Overdrive white Xbox One is coming out. So, I guess the counter to this that the Wii U, can you even get a white Wii U anymore?
No, I don't think you can.
I'm sure you can. You just go on the internet and buy it.
I mean, new.
Well,
Well,
I don't
Probably
think
not.
new. They,
Yeah.
I think new.
What? This is gonna be a really superficial thing. It's like you're objectifying your game consoles. But what color do you prefer for your systems?
White all the way.
I don't care.
Whichever
I don't
one
even look
is
at
the
it.
main one.
see-through
But,
purple.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Oh,
what-
yeah,
Purple was pretty good.
N64.
Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Pikachu
N64
yellow.
came on. Yeah, the yellow
I-
game color was awesome.
I tried to buy a white DualShock 4 last weekend because I have a black controller and a white controller for all of the like newer systems that are hooked up to my TV. but they wouldn't sell me the white one because Destiny wasn't out, and I was like really standing at the counter for 15 minutes trying to decide between black and blue because I was like getting really anxious about not being able to have white.
Were you berating the poor Target, Walmart, GameStop, whoever employee? Were you
Berating him?
Yeah.
No, I was not berating the GameStop employee, but I wanted to punch the manager in the face because he was talking about how hot it was, and I was like, what are you talking about? It's air conditioned in here. And he's like, oh, but I have to walk to work. And so I really appreciate it that there's always free water in the back. And his boss looked at me and was like, I have to.
Wait, what? I don't understand what. That's no reason. He had to what?
Makes sense.
She is legally required to provide water to her employees, is what she's saying. So even though he was like kissing ass and pretending that he like really appreciated her, she was like, well, I have to. And she kind of like gave me this like crinkly old troll smile, while also making it clear to him that she doesn't need his affection.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow.
I worked at a Funko Land for a couple years, and all
Let's
those
not talk
people
about that whole story on the
crooked.
internet, though.
They're crooked. That's it.
But I think what it comes down to with like the white versus black is which one is the not.
Okay, let's give context to this again.
Okay. Oh my God. All right.
Controllers.
The consoles. Holy shit. That I think it's the one that's not the main one. You know what I'm saying? I think if the Xbox One was white originally and they have black ones, I think everyone would be freaking out about it and getting the black ones. Like, I think that's all it comes down to.
Yeah, I mean, 360 was white originally, and I was really happy when I got a black one.
Mm-hmm.
But I always preferred black for my systems just because it seems, well, for one thing, you can't see dirt as easy.
Let's not forget how much I went through to get this puppy.
Yeah. The white PS4 controller should just be all white, though. I don't like
it
that
is.
have black
Yeah,
buttons. It's
yeah,
ugly.
okay, fuck.
Yeah, it should be all white, including the touchpad and the buttons, because that'd be cool. But now it's just ugly. It looks terrible.
You know what? Against the black touchpad and the black buttons, it actually looks like somebody covered it in whiteout. Like, I'm not kidding. The shade of white that they use looks like whiteout. Yeah. It's kind of sick.
I will say one thing I really like on the white PS4 is the contrast on the back, because I think it's just easier to see where you're plugging shit in.
Yeah.
Wait, you have a white PS4?
No, but I mean, I've seen what the back looks like.
Got it.
And they did not do a very good job of differentiating between the little cutouts that they put on the back and the actual ports. We've beaten a dead horse. So here's something big, and apparently the news might get announced as early as Monday. Microsoft might be buying Mojang.
Oh.
Might be buying. Did you say they might be buying Pearl Jam?
Yeah.
That's
Vetter is just totally on board with this whole thing. He's ready for it.
The new Pearl Jam album will be available exclusively on Zune.
They'll run the Zune just to do that.
They'll put it on your iTunes instantly, like
that's what I was gonna say.
then it'll start playing in your house. Like, what the shit is this? Does anyone else have that happen? Sorry.
It is.
I was about to make that joke. I was gonna say go into your Xbox Music and you're like, what the fuck is Minecraft? What is this?
Do you know anyone who owns an Xbox that doesn't know what that is?
No.
Yeah. Anyway, so right now I checked their website when I was writing the story. They have 22 employees listed, but apparently this deal is for around $2 billion.
The really crazy thing is, have you seen those tweets that Notch tweeted like in 2012
about wanting $2 billion?
Yeah.
Although I've heard that part of the deal is that he'll be out.
Oh, really?
He's already out, though, kind of.
He has not worked on Minecraft since 2011.
Yeah.
He's
working on Cliff Force. The next big game, Cliff Force.
Clit Force? What did you say?
Oh,
that sounds fun.
No, Cliff Horse.
Is that a shmup?
No, it's a real
apologize
game.
and we'll move on.
I'm pretty sure it's called
Wait,
Cliff Horse.
did you say our shmups aren't real games now? Who said that?
No, I just said, is that a shmup?
No,
said,
Cliff Horse is a real game. Cliff Horse is he's
Shmups
like.
are real games. Get over it.
Anyways, it's like you're you're a horse and you're running it's like really broken intentionally, I guess, and you're just running around cliffs and there's like a ball with textured with the horse texture and you just run around. It's like really weird. Look it up.
Have you guys ever played Donkey?
No.
This reminded me of that because it's a talking about horses and Microsoft. So Bill Gates designed this game like way back. I think it was on like Commodore 64 and shit. It was basically like a really early endless runner where you just tried to not get hit by a car as a donkey.
That's weird. That sounds like a Frogger.
Sounds like in Sacramento.
Frogger's awesome.
Can we get? This is huge. It's like this is like if it goes through, that's something that's gonna happen to the world.
Is it really though? I was kind of like, you know, excuse me. I was kind of like arguing with Brian about this the other day. It's not really that big of a deal. It's just kind of like how things are done now. I mean, these acquisitions kind of happen all the time, and I just don't think that for a company the size of Microsoft, that $2 billion is that big of a deal. Even though it's for like a small independent developer, it just doesn't faze me, and I don't think it really matters in the long run.
It's not the money part of it that's.
It's the fact that Minecraft, like support for Minecraft in the future, might just be on Microsoft platforms.
Right, and Minecraft's everywhere right now, and
Minecraft is
on
the
Wii
biggest.
U.
No, yeah, that for some reason.
Minecraft is like the biggest game right now, hands down, in my opinion.
It has been for a while.
Speaking
And I don't
of Minecraft being everywhere, let me just take this moment to complain about the recent PS4 and Xbox One ports.
Oh yeah.
They're delightful. They're fun to play. I bought a stupid DualShock 4 so I could play multiplayer with my wife. And sometimes when we log back into our games, all our items are missing from our chests. Woo! And the game's been out for like 2 weeks or a week and a half, and they still haven't fixed that shit. And fix it. End rant.
Maybe Microsoft will make them get on that.
If one of
They're not paying you $2 billion.
They did say.
Chests.
I believe somebody involved made a statement saying that support for the PlayStation version would not go away. But it would suck if the Vita version was canned.
Yeah,
that's the only one. I don't own Minecraft. I've played it, but I never felt like I didn't want to spend that much time in a game like that. Oh, my camera just went out.
That's what you get for dissing Minecraft.
Yeah. But I probably would get it on the Vita because that sounds like a good sort of Vita game. Now moving on from this, before we start our next story, how about Austin? You put up your 4 digits of the Smash Bros. Code.
This could be the second part of the code. It could be the third part, or it could be the fourth part.
It could be any part. Who knows?
Okay, pull it back a little bit.
There it is.
There you go. Perfect.
Nobody should talk except Austin right now.
Yes, here is the code. The 4 digits that'll reveal the path to the Smash.
Okay, I'm talking now. I don't want to hear it anymore.
So that was AJL8. If you missed it.
Yes.
Yes.
So, now we have, to kind of coincide with that, a cavalcade of Smash Bros. News that's come out this week. So first, this was a couple days ago. The final roster got leaked because people got access to the demo. Actually, I think was it the full game?
No, full game.
In Japan, and they were Twitch streaming it. So we know characters like Dark Pit, Duck Hunt Dog, and Bowser Jr. are confirmed. It looks like Ice Climbers, Wolf Snake, and Lucas are not in the game. Now that's only one of those is really surprising to me. Ice Climbers not being in the game, but what do you guys make of the final roster now?
What's the total number now?
It's like 51, I think.
That's huge.
51.
That is massive. I remember, I don't know if this is just a thing I fabricated in my weird mind, but I'm pretty sure I remember sometime after Brawl, Sakurai said something like, we're never making a Smash Bros. That big again. Like, it's not going to be...
he definitely mentioned... I was saying he definitely mentioned something about how big Brawl's roster was, and they didn't really want to go much
any bigger than that. Right. Yeah, but this is much bigger than that. Like it's 51.
Brawl's roster was like 32, I think, completely unlocked. The roster for this game from the beginning is like 31. So
wow, just to start off and then
crazy.
I also hear they're really easy to unlock.
Which is good. That is such a good thing.
Yeah, that is good.
Don't you guys miss the subspace emissary?
I actually do. I hope the new mode is. No, I love Subspace, and I hope the Wii U mode is something like that.
People that love Subspace Emissary are the same people that think that Sack Bullshit is a good game. What's it called?
Yes.
Little Big Planet.
So just Gabe and
I agree.
But to answer from the perspective of somebody who doesn't love Smash, I've always enjoyed it, but I just don't love it. I was playing the demo yesterday and having a lot of fun, and then I got really sad that Lucas isn't in it, because Mother 3 is like my favorite RPG ever, and Lucas is like probably the character I relate to the most out of every video game I've ever played. So I dug out Brawl last night and just played as Lucas for a little bit, and then I had a good cry and went to sleep.
Yay.
Because
I'm pretty sure that after that you destroyed your Wii and burned it.
No, it's sitting under my Wii U right now, so I can play Phantasy Star Online 1 and 2 Plus. But
one thing I will say real quick in terms of Lucas, not for his image, obviously, because you want him just to select him, but people have said that Ness has alternate attacks that are Lucas's attacks.
Yeah,
you can customize the characters now, so you can get Lucas's supposed moveset through Ness's customization.
Yeah,
just like that.
I just want to play.
I know you want him for the.
You know what
visuals,
though? I did see that was cool was you know how you can use Mii's. I saw a picture last night where somebody had made like a really convincing Mii of Flint, who is Lucas's dad in Mother 3, and because the Mii's can wear like pirate costumes and cowboy stuff, you can actually make a Mii that looks just like Flint, which is like pretty cool to me.
That's sweet.
Didn't it have Pooh there too?
Yeah, there was who? What did you say? No, it wasn't Pooh. It was it was Porky.
It was Porky.
Mr.
Right.
Saturn and
Mr.
Flint.
Saturn. Yeah.
I would hope that they'll release more characters as DLC, but I know that I have a feeling they won't, because people will get upset about balance issues and things like that.
Well, the one,
and I'm pretty sure they've also said. I'm pretty sure they've also said that they won't do DLC characters for that specific reason.
Yeah, they did. They did say that. Some people have the one rumor that's kind of still flying around right now is that when the Wii U version comes out, if you buy both versions, it'll unlock certain characters, which is kind of like DLC ultimately, but.
Yeah, and there's also the possibility.
Gotta catch them all.
And a lot of characters have been. A lot of characters have been supposedly deconfirmed because they've found trophies in the game that don't mention them as playable, like Wolf and stuff. But the only character that they have not found, no one's shown a trophy, at least that I've seen, is Lucas. So who knows?
There's also
weird to me.
It'll pop up though.
There's a possibility because Bowser Jr. all his costumes or skins or whatever are other the Koopalings.
So
there
is
might be something like that
so
for,
awesome.
And it's not just I'm pretty sure it's fully like another model. I mean, I'm not sure.
Yeah, oh, it is.
100%.
It's completely different models.
Okay, yeah. So it's very possible that even if there's not a DLC character added, that could be done for NES.
No, they've already. I've already seen Ness's alternates. It's not.
Oh, they have.
Yeah, but
I
think Tristan is saying that it's possible through DLC.
Well, yeah, they could do that.
That would be cool.
DLC costumes are like a pretty standard thing for fighting games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The coolest alternate though, that I've seen so far, is the Duck Hunt dog's alternate skin that makes the dog and the bird look like Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh wow, that's
Wait, that's a thing?
Sweet.
Yeah, it's like a dark. The dog has like dark skin, and then the bird has like the Banjo-Kazooie orange and yellow. It looks fantastic.
Are you lying right now?
I swear to God, it's true. It's awesome.
Can you find a picture and just share it at some point
I can't
while
believe
we're
they
talking?
did something like
Yeah,
that.
I'll find it right now.
I just want to see I just want to see it.
They don't own the rights.
I got it right now.
That's what I'm saying. Microsoft doesn't own them.
But it's just colors. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's
nothing
just colors, so it looks like them. But I want to see it.
I got it right now for you. Hold on.
So, does anyone else think it's crazy though that the ice climbers aren't in this?
Yes. Okay, I was about to say that. Ice climbers are my shit. They're my characters in all the games.
You were a wobbler.
Pissed off.
Maybe because I don't follow it.
I can answer that question.
Else, but
I can answer the question why they're not.
I thought that people actually hated ice climbers.
Yeah, a lot of players
do. That was the best part of talking or playing them. That was the best part of playing as them, is that everyone hated them. Because I'd be playing with my okay, alright, here's like a backstory to this. My friends play Smash Brothers like competitively, like they get super fucking into it. And I don't give a shit, dude. I just stand on a ledge and just spam shit. Fuck that. It's a party game, dude. It's not a damn fighting game.
My friends are over.
Oh no!
You turn up items. You turn up items all the way, and you just throw bombs everywhere. I don't want to play this game. Anyway,
I'll agree with items, but it's definitely a fighting game. It is.
No, I agree. I'm just being a little shit. But basically, it's just so funny because they have that one move where if you just press to the side and B, they will just like go across the screen and hit everything in their path, and it's impossible to interrupt them. So I would just spam that, and all my friends would like team up on you and kill the girl, Nana. But you play as Popo, so you would live, and it was so dumb. I loved it.
Wow.
I'm really mad.
So you never wobbled, Jonah?
No, I didn't wobble. I'm just looking forward to now being able to play as Mr. Game & Watch and spamming the sausages now. That's my backup strategy.
Okay, hold on. So. Seth, what were you going to say about the Ice Climbers on 3DS? Or on Smash? Hold that up while you talk so we can actually see it.
Supposedly, the reason Ice Climbers were cut is because if you had 4 players playing the Ice Climbers, it would be 8 characters on the screen, and that was too much for the 3DS to handle. Because they would all have to be 60 frames per second.
What if?
And that's not a fit. Zachary mentioned at one time that that was one reason possibly that they were, it was questionable because it would be too many characters on the screen.
What if it was a new 3DS exclusive character?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What if it was a new 3DS exclusive, Seth? Would you import immediately?
I would not import, but I'm going to buy the system when it comes out in the U.S. I like the Ice Climbers. They're not one of my main characters, but I think, they're easily could be in the new 3DS. Yeah. And that's not necessarily like a quote-unquote, that's why they're cut from the game, but I think I don't see why they would be cut, because they've been in there for a long time, and a lot of people do really like them.
They've only been in the second
games. They weren't in 64.
Oh, okay.
But they were in the other 2, and usually when they're in, when they're in 2, they're kind of a given. So I want to move to something related, but not exactly the same. So there's some pictures that people have taken of on-screen text, and this is coming from Game Informer. It looks like you're going to be able to use your 3DS as a controller on the Wii U version of the game.
It wasn't coming from Game Informer. It was coming from somebody from 8.4 Play.
Well, I mean, what I'm looking at is Game Informer.
Yeah,
but it was a Twitter account.
But it was confirmed.
Yeah, it has been confirmed, yeah.
That is cool.
I think it's fantastic.
Cool. Now, actually, for Austin, because I know that you've been playing the demo and you don't really like playing it on the 3DS.
No.
Does that seem like good news to you or bad news, or how do you feel about that?
I mean, in a way, I feel like it's good overall. Because what if you don't have extra controllers or something, and you got a 3DS lying around? That's helpful. But me personally, like I don't want to play on a 3DS at all. Yeah. If I got a controller, I'm gonna want to play on.
Yeah, like what are your impressions of the demo so far? Because I haven't had a chance.
Oh man.
Well, like I've said a few times, I'm not really a big fan of Smash, but like the more characters I see and the more like just all the fun little details, like the more like it got exciting to me, and I kind of like figured we were going to get to play a demo yesterday, so I kind of woke up really excited, and I had a ton of other things to do last night and this morning, and basically was playing this demo a ton, and partly it's because like just Mega Man is a ton of fun to play.
He's so good.
He's not really like a Smash character though. I mean,
he's weird. Yeah, he's really weird.
But But yeah, Mega Man is awesome. And then I was trying to figure out why people are so. I mean, like I get being excited that the villager is in there, just because everybody loves Animal Crossing. I love Animal Crossing. It's like the most played game on my 3DS. But I couldn't really figure out how to do anything because, like, yeah, I know you basically push a direction and a button and something happens. But I didn't realize with his like downward special attack that it's like multi-staged. So I would hit down and B and like plant a sapling, and I'd be like, oh, okay. Then I walk away, and the sapling would disappear. But then I realized like if you hit the button again, you'd water the sapling, and it would turn into a tree. And then if you hit it again, you could like basically cut the tree down, or you could just like swing your axe at people. And like
how are you hurting people doing this?
How are you hurting
You're
people
not
with
at this point.
Well, no. So what happens is, like, if they happen to walk into the tree, it hurts them. But if you chop the tree down, it basically knocks them way off the stage.
How would you ever hit someone with that?
No,
it's really big.
Is this like Rest?
Oh, okay.
It's big.
No, the thing is, well,
it's like,
and
once I learned how to actually do it, it was one of my favorite things to actually
Can you rip Mario's head off?
set up.
Yes, you can.
I'll give you
You
a
can rip Mario's head off by riding a gyroid across the screen like a rocket.
Yes, it's so good. So wait, his final smash, just to clarify, his final smash is Tom Nook builds him a house, then he blows it up.
Yeah,
Right?
I've never seen
fantastic.
Okay, I think I'm gonna buy 3 copies of this game. That's just great.
By the way, how much do you guys want to bet the full game is gonna have demo codes in it as well? Like Tomodachi
That'd
Life.
be smart.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
You think you just want to download play?
Yeah. Well,
I don't.
no, you can't do download play
I-
if you're right next to someone.
We
If
could
you're not
probably
right next to
confirm
them.
this right now. Seth, what's the answer? Does it have download play?
I don't think it does. I know you can play with someone that also has the demo. I've seen some other people on Twitter saying that they have the Japanese version of the game as well as the demo, and you can't play together. But if you have the Japanese demo and the North American demo, you can play together with the
In the same room. Yeah.
in the same room, local play.
Okay,
But
I just wonder if the full game is going to have download play or not.
I haven't seen the
Well,
menus.
it's already out. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
The menus in the demo are the actual final menus from the game, and I don't see any sort of download play option.
That's
'cause
okay.
you can-
It would be lame, honestly. Every
Yeah,
download
it would
play
be
version
stupid.
of any multiplayer Nintendo game ever has been pretty lame.
But the thing is, the demo is going to be free to everyone starting next Friday.
But let's keep in mind, though, speaking of the demo that we're about to do another part of the code for, the version we're giving away, which is the Club Nintendo Platinum Reward version, it has unlimited plays. But the one that's coming out on the eShop next week can only be played 30 times.
Ooh,
30.
Really?
But it'll be interesting to see if you can play.
Or 10 times or whatever it is. But this one's unlimited.
Probably 30. Like
It's probably
most
30,
most
all
of the
the
demos are 30.
Some have been like 5, though. Which is,
I want to say
what was
one
the demo
one
that was like
thing.
ridiculous. Was it Bravely Default?
Oh yeah, where it goes into the full game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, not just that, but like the demo itself is like hours long.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That was Bravely Default. Yeah.
Yeah.
I played like 8 hours of that, and it's like different missions that aren't
In the
in
game.
the full game.
Yeah.
And by the way, like it was super helpful to just like finish that demo and then carry it around everywhere until the full game came out. Because basically, I had like hundreds of people in my village
Shoot,
already.
that's smart.
I want to say one thing really quick in terms of the controls on the 3DS, because I played a ton of all the other Smash games, and I was obviously going to get the new one on 3DS, but I was not looking forward to the controls. And so far, honestly, I've almost liked them. Yeah, I've almost liked them, honestly, more than I really thought I would. I feel more comfortable with the 3DS right now.
You know what though? It's identical to playing with the classic controller.
Yeah, but for some reason, to me, the buttons, how close they are, and it could be because I honestly do have really small hands. But
Me too, buddy.
And I do play with a GameCube controller at all times for the Wii version for Brawl as well. But the L and R and I don't know, for some reason, all the buttons to me feel fantastic, and I really always in my mind thought that it was going to be a mess on the 3DS, and I would still buy it because it's going to be fantastic. And because the number one selling point for me of Smash Bros. Is it's basically like a Nintendo museum.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I would almost say it's my favorite Nintendo game, but it's kind of a cop out since it has so many franchises. But
it's not a cop out.
It's not a cop out.
Smash is fucking awesome.
Well, it's got
know,
it's just got so much going for it, and like the trophies, the music, it's ridiculous and it's fun, and like anyone could pick up and play, even if you're playing against people that are amazing. Like it's always been just a ton of fun. But the controls are fantastic to me. I understand people having complaints with them and having trouble, but
yeah,
I really thought
just to that controller, just to that controls thing. Like, no offense, Austin, but I've always kind of felt like the people saying like I can't play Smash without a GameCube controller. It just feels like hipster bullshit to me because yes, you can play it on any controller. Like I understand, like I would rather play Street Fighter 2 with a joystick than a Super Nintendo controller. I get it, but I'm perfectly capable at walloping people with the SNES controller as well.
So here's my beef. Here's your beef.
Here's
my beef.
Give me the fajita.
I'm gonna tweet this to Journo Beeves while you're talking.
Snap into some beef.
Like, overall, I think the game is pretty fantastic so far. Like, I really
A+.
really am enjoying it.
Yep.
Overall A+.
I can't get over the fact that I would rather be playing it someplace else. And one part of it is the controls. Like, I can play it fine. I've been whooping some level 5 people like nobody's business. But
wait, you can change their levels?
Yeah, difficult.
Yeah.
Thank
level 9.
God, it's so easy.
Turn it up to level 9, dude.
Yeah,
It's not playing level 9. Not playing.
That's all I play.
The only reason I would lose is because I was like trying to do the Villagers Final Smash and missing. Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
But
I'm looking at it right now. I see on mine. I told you I'm not really a Smash Mega fan, so.
Yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying it, honestly.
So I'm playing on an original 3DS, and just the smaller size, I feel like, is one of the big problems. Number one.
You mean like original, like made in Japan, not a Chinese knockoff?
Yes.
Okay.
I upgraded to the XL just for Smash, honestly.
But
I got it
I'm
last
glad
year,
I didn't because I'm waiting.
I bought it just for Smash.
And I just feel like the circle pad is not good for a fighting game that requires like quick precision.
Yeah, I understand.
Back and forth movement, and it gets so chaotic that like I feel like it just doesn't have the flipping.
Well, you can
movement.
use the D-pad though, right?
Not on this demo.
No,
you probably
it's
can
only
change it
sometimes.
around.
Once the real game comes out, the controls are complete. You can change every button to do anything.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So how do you guys?
How Brawl was too.
So Austin and Seth and everybody else here, because I know you're all going to buy this. How do you guys all feel about the fact that I'll be playing with a C-stick on the 3DS version? Because I'm probably going to get the Japanese version.
I'll think that you're a nerd because no one uses the C-stick, man.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly don't use the C-stick either. I know that like super competitive people, that's all they use, but
is it? I thought it was for babies like me.
Yeah, I think.
They tell me that it's smash and A or bust, and
I don't know how I'm gonna do it without the C-stick.
I mean, I understand that you only get the weak version of the Smash or whatever by using the C-stick, but it just makes it easier.
It's all you need.
Yeah.
No,
that's how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, I know a lot of people use the C-stick. I've never have. A lot of people. This is a weird question too, or not weird, but a good question is, I never knew that you could actually jump with X when I played Melee.
Oh wow, that's the only way to do it.
That's the best way.
I played with my friends for like 2 years, and then I realized I was like, you guys are hitting X a lot, and then they're like, yeah, that's how we jump. And this was before you could customize your controls. And I was like, what the hell is that? So I've never used X to jump. And in Brawl, I could never do it. I used the GameCube controllers and other controllers and never could do it. But with the 3DS, I've actually really started being able to use it for some reason, and it's nice because you can get different levels of your jump, which is more advanced gameplay. But like you can jump tiny little bits, which is really nice for certain things. And I've never used it before, but now on the 3DS, I'm using it all the time, and it's awesome.
Okay,
So
I guess we need to
move on to something.
I guess we need to move on, but real quick, I just want to say, Seth, I like to imagine you like losing to your friends and then crying in the corner while staring at their controllers and being like, "You guys are pressing X a lot."
That's pretty much how it happened.
So
Okay.
it talks about the controller stuff. It looks like and I'm not sure how confirmed this has been since I put this in here, but it looks like the Wii U version in North America is going to be coming on November 21st.
According to a retailer in Canada.
Yes,
Yeah.
Fred Myers.
A big
Everyone
retailer in
knows it's
Canada.
coming out. Everyone knows it's coming out like that week or the next week, pretty much. Like that's the
Gotta be
assumption
before
I
Black
would
Friday.
see. Like why wouldn't it come out around Black Friday?
Just make sure you have money in your account for those amiibos by then, Seth. Since you bought them
Yeah.
all.
I did, yeah.
So did
Hopefully
I.
I will. We'll see. Do you think they're gonna come out on the launch day as well? So
I
they
think
re-release?
I think they better.
Yeah.
Well, it just seems
I
like
think they will. I think they will.
They will. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
They're gonna be fantastic. I cannot wait.
So
so
now
good.
moving on to something completely different. Techland, the
Wait.
developer of the first. What's up? Oh yeah,
Do another
Tristan.
code
Yeah,
section?
Tristan.
I'll do mine.
Oh, okay. Oh wait,
Fine.
can I do a quick thing real quick?
What is
The
that?
coolest thing about the amiibos is if you play Smash Bros. Melee, the intro and for 64, the intro for that game has like
Amiibos.
amiibos. in
Yeah.
the
Well,
intros
if
for
you
the-
finish, I mean, I was playing Brawl last night. Every time you finish the game with a character, they turn into an amiibo.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the intro for 64, like you're
Yeah.
you're master hand and you pick up the little figures and they have stupid little bases and ten.
Basically, Seth, your dream of becoming Master Hand is about to come true.
I need
You
some
can-
white gloves. I need some white Mickey
Maybe
Mouse.
you can ask your
gloves.
hand before that. Yes.
Mickey Mouse did it already.
Alright, here's my section of the code that may or may not be somewhere in the place.
This might be the third part, the second part, or the fourth part.
You never know. Here we go. Okay, let's see. All right, that's X50W. So
Cool.
there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
fine,
tweet
too.
that out too.
Anyway,
So
maybe you can move on now.
yeah. Oh, thank you. So the next game, next we want to talk about Techland, the developers of Dead Island, and Dead Island Riptide, and now Hellraid and Dying Light. Talked to Eurogamer about why they're not making the sequel, and it looks like
The sequel to what?
Dead Island, the first Dead Island.
Oh wait. Oh, I didn't even realize someone else was making it.
Cell shaded.
Yeah. So Jaeger is making Dead Island 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That does make sense now.
And they said that
Frankie here?
they lost the rights to the IP, allegedly, or they never had them while they were making the game. So, like, right after they finished and started doing other stuff, Deep Silver was already ready to make a sequel to the game. So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird when I see this happen, where the people who create the first game then have nothing to do with the second one. Like, I mean, that kind of happened with like Star Wars, Knights of the Republic.
Kind of. Didn't BioWare do some kind of supervising for Obsidian or something? Or were
I'm
they
sure
totally,
they didn't.
were
I'm
they
sure
totally
that
off?
the same thing sort of happened with Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, that definitely happened with Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, but it's just strange when this happens. What's another example? Obsidian does a lot of that stuff. They did it with
Yeah, they usually take the sequels to games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or licensed properties.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other major thing has had that happen, but I can't.
I wonder
For
if-
actually direct sequels, different teams. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, direct sequels, different teams, right? Like especially right off the bat of the first one. But anyways, it's kind of weird. I don't think anyone's gonna get up in arms though, because Dead Island was it was
A mess.
for many people.
Yeah,
It
that's
sold really well, though.
too.
It sold well. It was a mess though. It was like
It was.
buggy as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I heard that the people who did Spec Ops: The Line were doing it, I was like, hell yeah! Like, give
I'm
me
sure
that,
it's gonna have a
give it
real
to me.
deep story that has like allegories and everything in it.
Oh my God! Shut up! Spec Ops: The Line is fantastic. Okay.
Oh, I'm not denying that. I'm saying that this isn't going to,
Dead 2 is not
because it's
gonna
a
have
fucking
that
zombie
story.
game.
Well, I hope it takes itself less seriously than Dead Island did. Dead Island like strode this weird line between being really weird but also like not having any personality at all.
Yeah, I think Dead Island
Did
2
it
is gonna
take
have
itself
that.
seriously? So
No, it didn't take itself seriously, but it didn't have humor either. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's because its developers were a bunch of misogynistic assholes.
True. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, another plus for not having some nerds make a stupid, like, awful statue for it. So that's good.
Oh,
You know,
God.
I just want to believe that
it
there
wasn't
was
just
Yeah.
it wasn't just that though. It was like I can't remember what it was that was revealed in the code.
That was for Riptide, by the way. I don't know.
The statue was for Riptide, right?
Yeah.
No, that was terrible. Oh.
And then in the code for the game, there was like some reference to one of the female characters, or maybe the only one. I can't remember. It's a couple, right?
Yeah.
But there was a reference to one of the characters as like some word that we shouldn't say here.
Yeah, great.
Bad word.
I just want to believe that there's like a ET style like dump somewhere in New Mexico that just has all of those statues just buried in it.
Probably.
They still sold those things, dude.
I know.
Just to be fair, like I completely realized that's at least with the code, the game's code is concerned. That's one programmer that did that.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying the whole company is that way, but then when you do something like that statue, like that's not cool.
Yeah. So now I really loved Resident Evil Revelations when it came out a couple years ago,
Me
and now
too.
we have new info on Resident Evil Revelations 2.
I hope it has another sweet demo.
Yeah.
It won't be sweet because it won't be for 3DS.
I know you were gonna say that. You are like clockwork.
Got him.
So the game is on 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, and PC. We don't have a release date yet, but we have more information about what the game is besides that stupid live-action trailer. It's going to be taking place in a prison. It looks like fucking Shutter Island, I'm going to be honest. Claire Redfield is the protagonist, and it's going to be the most interesting thing, I think, released episodically.
Yeah,
That's
well,
cool.
that is interesting, but also the first game was episodic. Like
yes,
it was released
it
as
wasn't,
one
but it
game,
was, yeah.
But it was told as like a series of TV show episodes. Basically.
Yeah, I thought this was actually a pretty good idea. And then, so basically, it's going to be over 4 weeks. Each episode's going to cost $6, and then at the end you can buy the whole thing for $25. So
wait, 4 episodes?
Yeah, so 4 over 4 weeks. Yeah.
And
then,
so if you buy it all together, you have to pay an extra $1.
I think you get extra content or something.
I see.
And then if you pay for the retail version, it's going to be $40, and you get, I guess, even more stuff with that than you don't.
Even more stuff that could. What's even more stuff?
I don't know. It's Capcom, so it's probably
I think you get
costumes.
Nothing.
I think you get the Claire's alternate costume called Rare Cledfield, and you probably also get to play as Tofu.
I learned technically Chris Redfield's name is like Chris Fields of Fields, based on the origin of the words, because red and field, I guess, have the same like meaning in their original.
Excuse
Who
you?
told you that?
This was a Game Informer article.
Are you sure it was at Game and Farser?
This was not Game and Farser. This is looking back at like word origins.
I think my favorite Resident Evil character is Chris Redfield's left arm, because I think that could take up enough meat to be an entire separate character.
Why is left?
Jonah's got a crush
Have you
on
ever played Resident Evil 5?
No.
because that's the one with the tattoo, guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Jonah's got a
his arm
crush.
is like huge in the screen. It takes up half the screen.
Well, yeah,
I love that
if
game.
you-
I don't care what people
if you-
say.
If you walk him into a corner and push the camera just so that you can only see his arm,
Oh yeah.
it does take up the full screen.
HD.
That's weird.
So I'm gonna ham this one up because I know someone will like that I pronounce it correctly. So Forza
Yeah.
Horizon 2.
Forza.
So we have more details on what they're doing with what they're calling the Forza rewards system.
Okay.
So Forza Motorsport 5 was really heavily criticized for microtransactions. You could pay $100 to get in-game currency, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they're taking a new approach with this Forza reward system, which basically will put you into a kind of tier based on playing Forza Horizon 2 and every Forza game back to Forza Motorsport 2. And so based on stuff you're doing in those games and if you own them or whatever, you get put into a tier, and then every month you get free cars based on what tier you're in.
Real free cars?
Yes.
Yes.
You get
Get
oh,
free
man.
cars in the video game.
Oh, dang.
Alright, attention all game publishers. That's how you apologize for that shitty microtransaction policy in a past game.
Yeah,
You
that's
said
actually pretty neat.
that is literally the best thing they possibly could have done with that. Like, so.
So
yeah.
right off the bat, you'll get bonus rewards. There are 5 cars you can get if you've played enough in the previous games. You can get them all at once. And so some of those cars are like the 2013 Viper GTS and the McLaren P1.
Cool.
Yeah. So I think this is pretty cool. I'm not going to get the game right away, so I'm not sure like what I'm not going to have access to or whatever. But yeah, this certainly seems to be an about face based on what they did the last time. I just wish you didn't have to piss people off before they change something like this.
Right, yeah.
True. But still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this is like the best example of that I've ever seen, really. Like someone, just a publisher saying sorry.
Everybody should just remember that there's no healing without hurting.
Sometimes you need to screw something up in order to like come back and make it much better than it ever
That's
been.
true.
You know? So
Yeah.
Destruction is creation.
Yeah,
True.
exactly.
I don't know, I'm a big Forza fan, and I've been playing those games since the 3rd one.
Not big enough, because you don't even know how to pronounce it.
Oh my god. Yeah, so you better believe in Forza Motorsport 2, I'll be having that damn Viper thing. So.
I like that you said, you better believe, and then a bunch of dogs threw about it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's cool. Hooray. I'll probably be the only one here who buys that game.
Just real quick, I just want to interject for a second, because I don't know if you guys are watching Twitter, but we are not going to tweet the last part of the code that we share on the show. You have to be watching the show to get the final, as in, could be the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th part.
Did
you have
someone
to watch the show.
ask you that?
I don't know, but we have a bunch of people retweeting and following now because I've tweeted parts of the code. So.
That's how we get viewers.
And I tweeted just now too that they have to watch.
Oh yeah, they gotta watch.
It's not because we hate you. We're having fun talking about video games.
Because we love ourselves, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love hearing myself talk. And by the way, because we love ourselves, one more interjection, because we don't really get to talk about it much on the show.
Masturbation?
Austin Clark.
What?
To be father of a little girl, soon to be father of a little girl named Michael Burns Clark.
Yep.
Has been writing an excellent weekly feature for us called Retro Weekend. It's about old video games, obviously. This week he wrote about Gimmick, which I don't know if any of you have heard of, but you should all check it out.
It's actually Gimmick!
Yeah. The week before that, he wrote about Castlevania 2. Before that, he wrote about a game about babies. And before that, he wrote about Aladdin. And he's going really strong with this feature, and I would love it if you would just check out the Retro Weekend archives at Invisible Gamer and tweet to Austin, who is...
Here, I'll put my name on there. It's
ASOP
B3 EF.
Tweet to him. Tweet an Aesop's Fable to him and tell him how much you love his feature because he's doing a great job.
Yeah, totally.
Yep. Fantastic job.
And I want him to feel good about it before he goes off and is a dad. And also, Tristan has been doing a pretty wicked series too about games of every year starting with 1981.
79.
Oh shit, it's been going on forever.
Yeah.
It's so many years.
83 is coming pretty soon.
I wasn't even alive then.
So check that out too.
Yeah,
Or for the
coming out.
next 17 years.
So there you go.
Oh, no, you're what?
I love
96?
Invisible Gamer.
I'm
Let's
6
move on.
96.
I was born in 83, guys. So you know.
Me too.
Happy birthday.
So we now have more concrete. We now have more concrete information on when Grand Theft Auto 5 will be coming to the Xbox One and the PS4.
Wait, who told you this? Was it Walter Cronkite?
I find that funny after him, but I guess it's not really that good.
Yeah, you're at ASU, Stockholm. So yeah, the game will be coming on November 18th, which is a very busy day.
Yeah.
It's also Mickey Mouse's birthday.
Also coming on November 15th, I believe, is Far Cry 4 and The Crew.
Wow.
So
So,
wow,
yeah, I was gonna say Ubisoft is doubling up on one day.
Say that again, Tristan.
What? Ubisoft is doubling up on one day?
No, just the first word.
Ubisoft?
It's pronounced Ubisoft. Ask Satoru Iwata.
I say Malk on a regular basis. I don't care about pronunciation, alright?
You guys heard Satoru Iwata with that Ubisoft guy on stage pronounce it Ubisoft over and over. Right?
I didn't see that.
It was like E3 2011, I think. It was incredible.
No,
Ubisoft.
Anyway,
well, actually, I guess it makes sense because it's U and B and I. Sorry.
Anyway,
Satoru.
so so this is going to be coming November 18th for PS4 and Xbox One, but of course PC got delayed.
Yeah.
Which is usually a Ubisoft thing to do, but this is Take Two, and it's going to be arriving January 27th.
My finger hurts.
I saw someone make a joke about the fact that it's coming out January 27th just because they wanted to mess with Saints Row, because I think that's the day the PS4, Xbox One version of Saints Row 4 comes out, and the Get Out of Hell. I'm pretty sure that's the date.
Yeah, I'm sure they did that.
It's called Saints Row 5, though, right?
What?
Nothing.
No. It's an expansion for Saints Row 4.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, actually, that brings me to something. I believe Dying Light's coming out the same day. So that's going to be going up. That's not a Deep Silver game. And so they were saying, they're going to be going up against Deep Silver. That game's actually published by Warner Brothers. So.
Question, real quick. Has everybody here noticed that Tristan has this Rudolph thing going on?
Oh yeah, his nose is glowing.
Microphone.
It's from the mic.
Did he die?
God.
Wake up, Tristan.
What?
Okay.
Tristan, you can talk a little bit more about this while you fetch presents. So an old Elder Scrolls Morrowind and Oblivion designer is now working on a horror game, The Long Dark.
Fuck yeah!
An indie horror game.
Yeah, no, it's not really well, I guess it's kind of horrific because it's scary.
I see darkness, so.
Yeah, no, I am like really excited about this because Oblivion is. Ooh, it's a good one. It's some fine gaming right there. But and this guy, he's done a lot of stuff. Like I think he's kind of a cool veteran. I read up on him a little bit after I wrote this story. But yeah, The Long Dark, I've seen a little bit played of it. It's like a horror survival game set in I believe Canada, like way up north. And it is kind of like post-apocalyptic, but like that area is already kind of abandoned anyway, so there's some story element of that. But I wasn't under the impression that it was like an RPG. I thought it was just kind of a straight shot survival game, but he might be bringing that kind of element to it. So I'm really excited for it. When I saw The Long Dark played before I knew this, I was like, this looks cool, and then this makes me more excited. It's going to be on Steam Early Access, but I'm going to wait till the full release.
I just want to run through two news pieces quick. One of them it's just pure speculation. Actually three before we get to our final feature that we're going to be talking about. So first, you can read the story we did on this. Sunset Overdrive is going to have a season pass.
Of course, it is.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So, more co-op stuff, more weapons, all the stuff you'd expect. Some of it's on launch day because fuck you.
Yeah.
And here's the cool thing: Nintendo patented what looks like a standalone Pokemon machine.
What?
Yeah. I don't know if you saw this.
No, I didn't.
Machine that plays
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Like Pokemon.
I want a Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, like not like a mother Pokemon that like births more Pokemon.
And that'd be cool, but no.
Like asexually.
Just a very simple machine. It looked. I don't know. The patent. All right. I think it. Yeah, it was filed in March. It says here. But that's all we really know.
Like a handheld, basically.
Yeah.
A
So a McDonald's toy. McDonald's Happy Meal video game.
Pokemon.
You have to put a quarter in it.
I thought of.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You have to put a quarter in it and twist its nipples to get a Pokemon.
You have to do both of those things. Just one, and it's not gonna work.
How does that old daycare man really do it?
Pokemon will lick peanut butter anywhere.
Jonah, after you said that, I just imagined the daycare guy being like those professional horse masturbators.
Why do you keep bringing this up tonight?
No, the first time it was me.
Okay, why don't you guys both go to the bathroom and come back when you're ready?
Ew. The one other thing I wanted to mention, Sony said that the Vita is still doing well enough for them, and that it's just going to be indie releases, and we're never going to get a AAA game again because fuck you. So
these are really good reasons.
Now, last thing I want to talk about, and the gloves are coming off, so I hope you guys are ready.
Oh shit, I'm ready.
I don't even know what's happening right now.
Wait, are you quitting?
No.
Is this because we have different views about Israel and Palestine?
Oh God!
I didn't expect that to come up.
Please don't quit, Gabe. No, I'm just.
No, Destiny is out.
Oh right.
Yeah.
That is kind of big.
It's a video game that came out that we're talking about, and it's out now.
I heard that you are going to be reviewing it for Invisible Gamer.
Yeah, so I'm reviewing it. Hoping to be able to write it sometime mid to late this week. By the time you're watching that.
Mid to late tonight.
Yeah.
No, not at all. So I beat pretty much everything I want to on this class, but I need to try out the other.
Which class are you playing as?
I played as a hunter, and then I switched my subclass whatever to blade dancer. I think that's what it's called, right?
You're not doing warlock or whatever it is.
No, I'm not doing warlock.
I'm the warlock.
That's the class that I would play if I bought the game. But the more I hear about it, I mean, I played the beta and the alpha. Alpha and beta is that, but the more I hear about it, the more I just think that I'm probably not going to get it.
Yeah, it depends on what you're into, and I know you're narrative focused person.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that. It's just I'm not into competitive first-person shooters. I like.
And that is a bigger part of it than I'd expected it to be. The Crucible is a big deal.
Yeah. I've just heard that that even the sort of Diablo-esque parts are just not all that satisfying, and I'm hearing that from like more and more people.
The thing about it, the thing about the gear stuff that pisses me off is that you get a lot of the same shit, and that doesn't happen in Diablo. In Diablo, you always seem to be getting better and better stuff, but in this, I keep getting items that are literally the exact same thing, and I just scrap them. But at this point, the money I get for them and the materials is kind of worthless. So it's just kind of
this game relies on palette swaps a lot. The assault rifle I am using on my level 21 character, which is above the soft cap level, is literally the exact same as the first or like the second one you get in the game, except mine's blue now.
Yeah, and there is some of that, and there's a lot of So basically, we'll explain It goes up to level 20 in like traditional, experience, and after that, you start getting items. Everything above the uncommon, I think, has a chance of having light attached to it. So if you have enough of these stacked, you'll go up a level, and I think you can skip them if you have enough of it. And so that's how you can see people who are already like level 26 or whatever. Got fucking lucky.
That's what leveling up becomes.
It's getting lucky.
Were you lucky? Well, there you go. You're in the high level.
That is the thing, though, that I like about the Crucible is that it is still, like, the main Crucible area, not the Iron Banner, is an even playing field. Your levels don't matter. It's basically just what types of weapons you have, which means if you use a pulse rifle in PvP, you're going to get fucking stomped on because they're awful for that. But, yeah.
So do you just feel like you're playing Halo on PS4?
No.
In Crucible? No?
No. It feels... God, I'm trying to...
Borderlands.
Basically, you have special abilities, all the characters, and that really kind of changes things up. Plus, items are charged. It feels more like a version of Defiance that isn't terrible. A lot of the things, like from charging your grenades instead of having to pick them up, that sort of thing.
I feel like the maps don't allow for a lot of long-range combat in
Yeah,
Destiny.
I agree.
No.
So, like, everything is very close range, or close to medium range, and in Halo, there was tons of maps where it was like,
and even because
you had
like,
this distance between each other.
The sniper is now a special weapon instead of being a primary weapon.
Yeah.
So, better game, Destiny or Turok Rage Wars?
Turok.
Turok because dinosaurs. I never played that
game. Okay, so Gabe kind of knows how I'm feeling about Destiny right now.
Yeah.
We talked about this on Friday, so I'm just going to give my 2 cents really quick. But before I go off, I'm going to say some things I like about Destiny first. Guns feel good. Those are some good feeling guns, right? Like, don't you agree, Gabe? Like the just the recoil system, just the sound, they make when you shoot them is good. I like when you get a headshot on those certain guys, a little wisp of light comes out of their neck and they fall over. Yeah, like the sound and the art is beautiful, and just like the kind of character design, like the gear is some of the best I've actually ever seen in a game ever. But like, I've talked about this a little bit. Like, man, that game has no soul. Like it feels like a business decision. It's like it just feels like a bunch of dudes in suits sat in a room and was like, yeah, the grenade should recharge that quickly. Like it feels just so like cold. I mean, I don't know. I want Sergeant Johnson to drop some one-liners. Like I want to give the Covenant back their bomb or something, please.
Yeah, everything I've been hearing is that there's like there are no characters. Like it's just.
I'll interject here because I have played the game too.
I haven't played the game at all.
Lest we forget.
As far as the soul goes, the story is fucking terrible, and Peter Dinklage is horrible in this game. But I think that's mostly because of the direction.
Yeah, I think that's the right.
But I think the business decision claim that you've made is not super valid, because this is not like they tried to make a sci-fi shooter with these certain elements and they just gave you this experience and they gave you multiplayer or something. This is still an extremely big game in scope and everything. That whole there's a disparity they had to fall between, I guess, writing a story that you could play through and making something that felt like it still lasted after that. And unfortunately, they kind of flubbed the moment-to-moment writing, I think, was the problem.
Damn, you just straight up spoiled your review. F for flubbed.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Our first F?
Well, see, that's the thing, though, is that I disagree that it's
so many views.
Though. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, seriously. Bungie will never give us ad revenue again. They didn't pay us enough money. They didn't pay Gabe enough money.
Activision. It would be Activision.
You're right. Yeah, it'd be Activision. But I disagree. I disagree in the scope thing, because there's 4 maps.
There are, but that's something that I think even when people said that, it was kind of it's not erroneous. There are 4 areas, but when you go then into a mission, the areas you're getting inside of there are bigger than Halo levels.
No, I agree, but like Halo levels weren't that big.
No, they weren't. I mean,
and like it's just sort of like the way they had it up is like each map is like a big circle, and there's big like spokes that come out of it. And each like story, you start out in the circle and you go out and do a spoke, right?
Yeah.
And each spoke is a little different. But like just the spokes didn't feel different enough for me.
Can I point out that every game is a business decision too? Like, I know there's like indie devs that are making games that are like they want to make, but like unfortunately there's like every game like there's some element of like we gotta make money off of this, and obviously Destiny could feel like that more than others, but it's just kind of that's the nature of the beast to some extent.
So here's my little take on it. Is they came out, or well, legal documents came out that this game is going to be around for like 10 years. This series, and you can kind of see like this is the structure for something that could be like really awesome. That's how I feel when I'm playing it. The story isn't there, but it really feels really good to play. And if you got 1 or 2 friends to play with, that's the best way to play it. It's constantly kind of like bringing you in, and it is a bit MMO 101, or not even 101. Like it's really basic, but it's just enough to kind of like hold the carrot in front of you and try to get you to keep playing.
Here's the thing: if you like shooting dudes in the face and you like it to feel really good, this is the game for you.
Don't actually do that. Play Destiny. Play a video game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the counterpoint to what I'm saying, is like, I don't know if I like it, but I'm still playing it and kind of liking it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the moment just going around shooting feels good, and then but you listen to what they're saying while you're doing it, and you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, just if you can throw that part of it away and just enjoy shooting, enjoying playing the PvP, enjoying running around with some people and doing, the strikes and that sort of stuff, you will enjoy the game. If you expect this story to be revolutionary, to be something different than anything you've seen in science fiction, to be anywhere near as close to as good as you've done in Halo, anything that Bungie has done before, really writing-wise, you will be disappointed.
Yeah, I think what Austin said was
really...
that
I would say, sorry, I will...
No, he was praising me, so I think Tristan should go.
I was just going to say real quick that I think Austin made a really important point that this thing is going to be around for a while, so they set groundwork for something that they can improve later. That's all. That's it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Michael.
Oh, just about the story, I realize people are disappointed, but it's not like it's going to be Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
That was a great
It's
song.
the direction is the problem here. You can tell they told him play like monotone, and they didn't do anything with it.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. It's like, yeah, they obviously told him to play monotone, but then they try to add like sarcasm into his dialogue. Like he'll be like, "Great," and they can teleport. I'm like, what? Like,
and I would have preferred for them to just give him a personality. Like, why the fuck would I want to have a stupid
because
robot with
they
him?
give him like cutesy lines too. Like some alien calls him Little White, and he's like, actually, I'm a ghost.
I'm a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, like that would be cute in like sort of like a Star Wars droid. I think they really want to make a Star Wars droid.
No, they really wanted to make Wheatley from Portal 2.
They did want to make Star Wars droids, and they did. There's a villain, or there's an enemy type that I won't spoil that shows up eventually that looks like the super battle droids.
Yeah, there are literally super battle droids in this game. Spoiler alert.
Anyway, but yeah, the review will be coming. You kind of got the sense of it. If you liked the good things we had to say, and that sounds like the game for you, fine. If you were expecting something else, maybe pass on it. The other thing that I think it's important to mention is that at launch, this game doesn't have like what it's going to offer, and I don't just mean expansion packs. I mean like the raid system and all that stuff is still coming. So when I see, I'm gonna, fucking shots fired. When I see reviews coming out this early, good and bad, I'm kind of almost disregarding them because they haven't had the full experience yet. It's at launch, but that's like reviewing World of Warcraft based on playing it to level 70 and then stopping.
Yeah, but like they have to put something out there, Like that's kind of like the
review in progress stuff. But when I see, there are sites that are putting out the reviews already, I just think I've been playing a shit ton of this game and I'm not ready to do that yet. I don't know how you are.
I don't know, but those guys are doing it for a job. You know what I'm saying? They're like, they're doing that for like literally 12 hours a day.
Yeah. Starting this weekend, I think it's become acceptable. I think. I mean,
that's how.
Well, the raid stuff still is not coming out until what's today? The 13th. The 16th.
Yeah, but you can't wait. You can't wait that long for like, DLC or something like that. Just on the off chance that it'll severely change the
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Game or whatever. Like you can't. There's a window of it that you have.
A week? A week's too much for an MMO? I don't think so.
No, I guess.
That's a week.
I guess it comes out the 16th. I don't know. It just seems like. I don't know. Are you gonna wait to the 16th for the raids?
Yeah.
I'd say if you can't wait a week to see a review of a game and you're that.
No, I agree. I agree that you need.
You're that excited. You're gonna fucking buy it anyway. If you want to wait. I
meant more for like the writers of it. That like I don't know. There's probably.
But even then, I think you have a duty to wait and see how the game is before you give a final review that people are going to see a year from now. The score's going to be the fucking same, unless you're a site like Polygon that'll change the score or whatever if they think a game got better.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of irresponsible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that is irresponsible, but I don't think the concept of revisiting a review from maybe a different writer is a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea.
I think having second opinion reviews is a very good thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I take a kind of a gray stance on that. I think it just all depends on the context of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I heard, I heard like Giant Bomb was talking about like Grand Theft Auto 5 and how they gave that score whatever they gave it when it came out, and they said that if they had like waited for the multiplayer component to be part of it, they would have given it a lower score because they would have considered that part of the experience. And since the multiplayer totally sucked, you know, it would just as a product.
Blue chunks. I tried to play it and I just gave up.
Yeah, exactly. So like it kind of like I think that's an interesting way of looking at it too, where it's like, you know, what if something is added to it that makes the game feel worse?
That happens too. I gave Wolfenstein: The New Order a B+. If that game had multiplayer in it, I think it would have been. And you were talking perfect example, something you mentioned earlier, and you know what I'm talking about. What's a game that everyone loved, but the multiplayer was tacked on and totally sucked, and everyone.
Tomb Raider.
No.
No, that
multiplayer was okay.
I loved it.
Earlier in the podcast, Jonah.
God, I don't know, man.
Super Smash Brothers. Tacked on.
Everyone hates the multiplayer. Step up the line is what I'm referring to.
Oh, that had multiplayer?
Yes.
I have no idea.
It was made by an entirely different team.
Of course.
That had nothing to do with single player. Yes, that had competitive multiplayer, and no one liked it, and no one played it.
But nobody played that game anyway.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Just for the context of waiting or whatever, there's also the idea that you get a game and it's buggy as hell at launch. Do you wait till they patch
That's
it?
a whole different that's a whole different issue because they're giving you their content and you're saying it's if they're telling you at launch like we'll launch this at this certain date and this at this certain date with an online sort of game, it's different. If that's
that's what I'm saying. I agree with you that I guess I was thinking of it in that context, but it's a different beast.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm saying.
Skyrim, I didn't agree with the people who would wait to review that game until they patched everything because that was the game.
But there's also this. This is kind of Michael was commenting on this earlier this week, but like, what if you get a game and it runs totally fine? Like, how do you address that? Even though there's people with problems in the community,
you have to review the experience you have.
Right. That's what I.
Plain and simple. Now we are past the 5-minute mark that we promised. Yeah, I'm saying that now. So I believe. Tristan, are you the last person to have their code?
Seth is.
It's Seth. Okay, it's Seth. So Seth, this is the last part of the code, or it might be the second part of the code, or the third part of the code.
It's the last portion that we are revealing.
Yes. So it's 0A0R.
Seth, talk real quick.
Seth.
0A0R is one 4-digit segment of the Smash Bros. 3DS demo code.
Okay, there you go.
Perfect.
So, whoever figures out the code, I've already made this request on Twitter, but please tweet us a picture once you get the demo started downloading so we know somebody got it and we don't just end up giving it away on Twitter later. But I think you guys are pretty smart and can figure it out.
We hope that this live show can actually become a live show and not just a way of us recording it in the future. So yeah, that about wraps this up. We will hopefully be back to normal next week, and we were, as long as Jonah's okay, I think we're going to be doing our streaming again starting next Friday. Sorry I couldn't do it this week. We'll be going back to Diablo 3, trying to beat that Skeleton King.
And there might be more video content in the works. So
yeah, Tristan has something planned as well.
Awesome. I have a quick question for all of you guys before we go who are planning on getting Hyrule Warriors at some point, because that comes out in 2 weeks. Did you guys all hear about the Nintendo World Store exclusive special edition?
No. Yes, I want that scarf.
Yeah. So you have to live in New York to get this.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
So you guys are all welcome to stay at my apartment the night before. I can't pay for your flights, and then we can all go out at like 6 in the morning on Friday and get in line.
No, I think I'm good.
All right.
I played the demo, and I think Jonah decided that was his favorite game ever.
That was my favorite Zelda game ever.
I'm sorry, there's a demo?
Yeah, there's a demo playing during the Destiny Midnight launch.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, and I played it, I was like, wow, I think I like Zelda now. Or more importantly, I think I like Dynasty Warriors now.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Alright guys, so make sure you're following us on Twitter and the Facebooks. You'll have the code, the links to that once we put this video up on YouTube in its final form, just like Frieza. Make sure to subscribe here. Yeah, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Been real, guys.
See ya.
Hey, bro.